Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kara Sherpa, and I was an SOS participant for 8 years, and I'm happy to be working at SOS Outreach as our alumni relations intern. We're thrilled to be here with Jim Knutsen, the Chief Culture and Strategy Officer at Evo, an online retailer of outdoor gear. Jim, thank you for being with us today, and can you please tell us about yourself and how you're involved with SOS?
Hi, Cara. It's good to be with you. I'm a board member at SOS, brand new to the board, about a month in. But in my role at Evo, we have worked with SOS for a long time. SOS is a partner organization that we support and is really perfectly aligned with our mission when it comes to community of supporting youth and creating equal opportunities for access to the outdoors.
Thank you so much. And the first question that I have today for you is, how did you navigate high school and the uncertainty of what to do after?
So I was really fortunate, and have never forgotten how fortunate I was to have parents who told me, you will go to college, you have no choice but to go to college. And so in many ways, the choice wasn't mine. I just kind of I got to participate a little bit in where I was going to go. But one of the things that I try to remember is that not everyone has those same opportunities or that same background. And so I think it's really important to try to find connections for young people with a variety of adults in their community who can provide different perspectives on what a future career might look like.
Thank you. SOS currently we have industry days, and we're connecting our participants for year 3 and 4, and also I think junior Sherpas with the outdoor industries that we're involved with, and we take them on site visits. And when I was in SOS, we also did the site visits. I think we went to Boulder, and then it was one of our partners. We looked at their supply chain, I think. So that was really exciting.
Was that a cool opportunity to just sort of get a sense of how different kinds of businesses operate?
Yeah, it was, because when you think of outdoor retailers, and when you think of the people in the outdoor industry, I don't think you think of all the other things that kind of are involved with, I think, business across the whole. I mean, like, it is an outdoor industry, but I think some of the things like supply chains and I think customer service, all of those can be, I think it's like across the whole board. So it was really exciting to see that.
That's cool.
And the second question I have for you is, how did you navigate your career after college?
So I got a college degree in journalism, which is really learning to write and tell stories and dig deep into a subject and figure out how to simplify it. And I never ended up being a journalist, but I have found those skills to be as important as anything else I could have had in business. And so I always tell people, whatever you do, study writing and communication and storytelling, because the whole world works on our ability to tell simple, compelling stories that move people to action.
Thank you. And sorry, I was snooping around in your LinkedIn. I saw that you're currently, you just finished your master's, I believe.
I'm almost finished with my master's. Yes, I'm getting a master's degree in change management.
How was that after like taking a gap and like going into an industry and then doing your master's? Because I'm on the same boat.
It's so hard. It's hard to kind of move back into student mode after being out of it for so long. But I've really enjoyed it. I think that as we age, we should never forget that lifelong learning is a way of keeping you young and curious and alive. And I've felt so energized just by being immersed in really challenging subjects, sitting in a room with people who are smarter than me, being challenged in all kinds of new ways. So it's been really, really fun.
Thank you for that. And then another question I have for you is, what tools in life do you use every day to ensure success?
So the number one tool for me is my family, and spending time in the morning and at night, just sort of regrounding myself in the things that matter most to me, because once you get to work, there are all kinds of things that can be stressful and can seem so big and so insurmountable. And to always sort of remember and to ground myself back in the thing that matters most is the people I love the most. So that's part one, and then the second part is trying to think about the people around me at work in the same way, that these are an extension of family. These are people who have dreams, who have visions, who have hopes, who have stresses, who have their own problems at home and at work, and to never forget that while the work is stressful, meeting humans where they are, and with a lot of grace and like really kind of thinking about how do we do this together is a really important tool for me.
Thank you for your response. And the very last question I have for you today is, in your leadership position as the Chief Culture and Strategy Officer at Evo, what personal approaches have you applied as you lead the conversation about tackling diversity, equity, and inclusion in your industry?
So I actually have a diversity, equity, and inclusion team that reports up to me, and our work is on a number of fronts. One is really thinking about how we give and volunteer, and focusing those dollars and those hours on equity partners. Then there's really thinking about how we look in the marketplace. So when we are putting marketing up on our website or on social media, do we look like normal outdoor industry, a bunch of white men kind of broing it up out in the outdoors, or are we more representative of the actual humans that we serve? And so that's a big piece of it. And then I think most importantly is what do we actually look like as a group of employees at Evo, and making sure that we have a diverse workforce and that it is a place where everyone feels like they can belong. We have a core value. One of our core values is invitation. And what we mean by that is creating a space where everyone feels invited, regardless of ability, regardless of ethnicity, regardless of orientation, that they feel invited into these passions that we all love so much, being outside and being filled with adrenaline and, huffing up a mountain or racing down a mountain. We want everyone to feel invited to that in whatever way fits for them.
Thank you. I think even at we see that when we partner with Evo and the support that Evo does give us. I think our partnership has been for a very long time, and we're really grateful to be with Evo and to be working with Evo as we lead. I think the next 25 years that we're leading and also we're really thankful that we're able to partner with outdoor retailers as we try and strive to change the lives of youth.
You guys are doing amazing work. I hope you're proud of the work that you're doing, because it's really, really cool.
Thank you. With this new campaign that we're launching with the Alumni Network, it's been really exciting because I am an alumni, and it's so fun to be actually working at like an organization that you went through.
Yeah.
I felt as though it was like they gave so much to me when I was going through the programs, and now it feels so good to be back in the circle.